right now, worried about the price of eggs, worried about, getting daycare for their kids, it's going to be hard to really care too much about those distinctions. So politically, this really is going to be a problem for the Biden team, for the Biden administration, because most voters are not going to draw a keen distinction. Although I will say it is good that they are getting out in front of this new development and not letting it leak out through the press. But like you said, they said they're not going to comment, but here they're revealing it. As a journalist, I do hope they continue to be as transparent as possible as these things develop in the investigation.
Absolutely, because we will find out. Journalists will find out, as we did in the case of CBS first breaking this news. And just from a legal perspective, because I know you have a legal background too, Paula, the fact that more documents were found, that doesn't necessarily mean legal trouble for President Biden, correct?
It does not increase the legal risk here. In speaking to sources close to the investigation, there's no evidence at this point that there was there's sufficient evidence to charge anyone with mishandling classified information. That appears to, at this point, be inadvertent. But there's going to be an investigation. So far, there's been a review that was pretty superficial. Now, special counsel Robert Hur, he will conduct a full investigation. He will likely impanel a grand jury. He'll be able to conduct interviews, re-interview people who have already been spoken with. Once you do that and start turning over rocks, you never know what you'll uncover. But right now, I'm told by someone who's pretty familiar with what was uncovered in the review that the legal risk here on a scale from 1 to 10 is about a 2 to a 3, the greatest risk being that someone says something that is they know not to be true to investigators. So the fact that they found more material doesn't increase the legal exposure, but it certainly is going to raise a lot of questions in the court of public opinion. The biggest one being, how much more? Is this it? Because we know from our reporting that there are potentially other locations that could be searched.
Right.